Hey, you don't want to leave us now because if you do, you'll miss Miss Roxy Dar.
Eye candy is next.
Greetings from Eye Candy. I'm Glenn Ross.
And I'm Cara Bailey. On this edition, we'll meet up-and-coming star Roxy Dar, and we'll show you a hot new music video.
But first, if you're a fan of off-road vehicles, you've come to the right place, and we've got the perfect man to bring them to you. It's off-road adventurer Steve Rezes. Now take a look. That's Steve flying without a license, and here he is hanging out with fans. If Steve looks familiar, he's been on the show before.
Or you might have seen him at one of Orange County's strip clubs.
At any rate, here's my buddy Steve at the Extreme Motor Sports Expo.
Welcome to the Orange County Fairgrounds. Today we're here for the Extreme Motor Sports Expo. We're not here just for the beer, the tacos, and the babes. We're here for the sand rails, that's right. Get ready to experience an action-packed weekend spread out over many acres of indoor and outdoor exhibits. The 2006 Extreme Motorsports Expo was overflowing with hot new sand buggies, 4x4s, sand rails, extreme karts, and much more. There was something for everyone who loves off-road fun, especially if you have money to burn. I'm just mad about this show. Vehicles at the expo ran the range from the very big to the very small.
This is it. Orange County is the hub of everything. Everybody wants to be here.
Introducing Memory Rose. She too is an off-road enthusiast. She's also the expo's events manager. Mary, can you tell us a little bit about the event here and how long it's been going on?
Sure. The event has been going on at the fairgrounds now for 4 years. We started off with 2 little buildings right over there, and every year we gain a new building. We now have 6 and a total of over 240 exhibitors that participate with us every year. Everything to do with sand rails, motorcycles, ATVs, rock crawlers, pre-runners, anything to do with desert off-road racing.
Have you guys ever gone out to the desert and ran one of these cars, or are you just like promoting this event?
No, we go out all the time. We actually have a mink style buggy that my family owns, and we go out to Glamis all the time. My sister's favorite spot is Pismo though. Right along the beach, can't beat it.
Nice color on this one. Hey, this is nice. Let's find the owner. With me now is Jeff. He's with Jess Motorsports there. Jeff, tell me about this car and how you got into making sand rails.
I actually got into sand rail business. I've been racing stock car for 8 years now, and wanted to introduce some of the stock car stuff into the sand car business. And I built this car. It took me about two years to build, and just fell in love with it, and just decided to start building cars.
Jeff, I hear you have a little challenge for me here today. What is it you want me to do?
Now, we'd like to see if you can get into this car.
By the size of me here, I think I can get in any car, okay?
And if you can, I'll put a pretty girl in there with you.
A hot car and a hot girl? Get out of my way. Oh yeah, life is good. We have with us today, we have Andrew Buck here. Andrew, tell me, what got you into making these sand rails?
Well, we've got about 130 cars now that we've made, and I started about 8 years ago. Been involved with off-road racing for a long time. Started out on mini bikes, motocross, went to go-karts, sprint cars, a lot of different forms of motorsports, race spec trucks. Did a lot of the Mickey Thompson Stadium racing in a super light, which is a kind of a one-seat buggy.
Seems like you have quite a few different models. How many models do you have?
Well, we have 3 models. We have our, like I said, the X5, which is our more of a conventional style buggy. You know, it's got the 4 or 5 seater. Then we've also got the X3, which is a little different. It's more set up like a McLaren F1 car, where the driver's in the middle, passengers are staggered behind a little bit. It uses a mid-engine, usually about 8 to 1,000 horsepower. And then we have our X4, which is the model we're sitting in here. And this is designed so that it can do everything. You can drive it on the street, you can take it to the dirt, you can go to Glamis.
This is street legal right here. You can go rip down Brea Boulevard if you wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually drove this car here from La Habra.
Thanks for the interview, Andrew. Now all I have to do is get out of your car. While I look for some painkiller, Andrew shared this little gem with our cameras.
We just left our X4. This is one of our new models, our X5. This would be our 2006 edition. Real quickly, I'll give you some of the features. One of the parts that makes our car unique from everyone else is our hinging hood. We can open the hood. Our 12-pack ice chest goes underneath. All your electricals up top. You can get to all the fuses, all that kind of stuff. We've got 26 inches of wheel travel, a 2-inch hollow front spindle, 4-piston front brakes. A couple of the other features, we have a 30-gallon gas tank, one of the biggest in the industry, with a sight gauge so you can also see how much fuel you have left. We have an anti-sway bar, which controls the body roll. You won't find this on very many other cars, and it really helps the handling of the car when you go into a turn, stops it from rolling over. This particular car has an LS2, 402 cubic inch, 600 horsepower. We have this is for a torque converter. So this is a 5-speed Albin's transmission, but it also uses a torque converter instead of a clutch. So it's almost like an automatic with a stick.
Hop aboard the Cool Bus, the first original monster bus. A ride on this will make any kid want to go to school. I just had to get a ride. Hang on to your ass. Take a look at our camera guy's rock steady shot. You guys just got off the bat of the bone school bus right here. How'd you guys like that?
Awesome, it's incredible. The bus is very awesome.
Your hairdo, did you start with that hairdo, or is that what you started with before you got on the bus?
No, I started with a real nice hairdo, but
Yes.
This is what I came up with.
As I continued to take in the show, I noticed there was a lot more to look at than just the cars, if you know what I mean. And speaking of pretty girls, I'd like to introduce Terry with TeamDirtyGirls.com. Terry, what got you started in selling T-shirts?
I was actually a downhill mountain bike racer, and there was no product for girls at the races. It was always men's product that we were getting, so I decided to come up with something a little more girly. We do a lot of different types of sporting events, and we also sell online, and we sell to sports shops.
Other highlights included the Ball of Steel Stunt Show. Okay, check it out. We're now inside the ball here, the Ball of Steel, and I got Daniel here. He's representative here with the Ball of Steel Stunt Shows. Daniel, please tell me what got you involved in coming out and doing these type of events.
Oh man, it's just a lot of fun out here doing these events for the kids, you know, doing it up for the crowd. About 8 years ago, Brandon and Preston, the guys who started this, their dad actually built this ball of steel, and they're little bitty kids. They saw one down at Daytona. They said that they wanted to do it, so Big Daddy Johnny Landers got his welder out, built this ball. 6 months later, they were inside riding it, so that's how they got started.
Now, how about yourself? Now, you get inside here and give this a romp, or you just standing here and you can be the stunt double?
I've given it a try. You know, it's a lot harder than it looks. Most people think they can just jump on a bike and get in here, but it's a lot more difficult than that. So I stand in the middle. I let these guys cruise around me, and I got, you know, I just hope they don't run into me, I guess.
Well, you know, I like the name of the company, Balls of Steel, because I think you have to have that to ride inside this thing here. Now sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and watch some outrageous jumps, backflips, and freestyle tricks. These guys have skill. I want to know how long it took them to master that slow motion thing. Let's take a closer look at some of these mean off-road machines. Thank you again for joining us today down here in Costa Mesa, California at the Extreme Motor Sports Expo. And we'll see you next time on
Eye Candy. Back to you guys in the studio.
I let her do it.
If you have more than just a passing interest in the expo, look them up at extrememotorsportsexpo.com. Stay with us now. More eye candy coming up.
Hey, don't go away.
Coming up next, a new music video.